Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel of God, living at the center of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is titled, When Bitterness Sets In. Okay, when bitterness sets in. A lot of times, man, being in this truth, you know, you go through a lot of ups and downs. I mean, that just point blank period. You go through a lot of, it seems like just weird, strange shit. And it's to the average person, it's like, what the hell, you know? I got a hell of a testimony video I want to put out, but it's so much to the shit, to the point, like, when I put this thing out there, I really want it to be right solely through the spirit. But some tragic shit happened to me over the weekend, man. And when I say tragic, I'm part of me, you know, don't really want to put it out there because it's real disturbing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for those of you that can stomach what I'm gonna put out, Lord's will, sometime this week. I may do it today. I may do it tomorrow. I'm still trying to get over the shockness of the shit, man, because it's weird. Like, the lives we live, it's liable to go left any fucking moment, man. But it's the grace of the Most High that, you know, everything turned out okay. But it's this testimony, I hope it be encouraging to you brothers, man. Like I said, I just got to get my thoughts together and really meditate on what the fuck this has happened, man. I'm still kind of in shock by it, man, but you know, everything turned out fine, you know, at the end of the day. But it was a real tragedy, and it could have been a lot worse. But anyway, when bitterness sets in, man, I was meditating on Hebrews 12 and 15, man, about the scripture said, "Let bitterness enter your hearts." And my brother want to post that on the comment board, Hebrews 12 and 15, because I don't want to butcher the scripture. But a lot of times, man, and it's truth, like, I know the apostles stress all the time, brothers, you know, squash your beef, because he made a very interesting point. He said that a brother that you may have been in odds with or whatsoever, and y'all may have been at odds, whatever happened, y'all might not be on the most favorable terms. I mean, it happens. It's called being men in the flesh. We're human, you know. We all fall out with it, you know. Some brothers fall out more than other brothers. It's called being in the flesh, you know, so forth. So that being their minds and their heart, okay, things go. And when that grudge festers up inside you, it becomes a cancer. And cancer is the killing of the body. You know what I'm saying? And if you allow a cancer to grow without attacking it, it will cause other problems in your body, and eventually it will kill you off. Okay, and sometimes if cancer gets into like stage 3, stage 4, then reversing it, and eventually you're gonna die from it. Okay, and it's sort of the same ordeal with this with the truth, man, because you got men that was once in prominent positions, you know, and once they leave or detach from the body, be excommunicated from the body, then they just become just full-fledged demons. And you can see the trend. Okay, you can see the trend of men descending out of grace, man, because their countenance, like the scripture said, man may be known by his countenance, man. Okay, also your countenance it says a man's countenance makes his face to shine with wisdom, roughly paraphrasing it. So you can kind of see with these guys when they leave the main body or whatever, Great Millstone or whatever camp it may be. Oftentimes these guys become bitter and toxic, man, and then, you know, they start throwing little shots here and sowing discord there, and it happens, man, to men who you never would think it would happen to. That's why this truth is a very frightening thing. Now, what I can say about men that they leave Great Millstone, even though a lot of them went off to be full-fledged demons and scoffers, usually they were built up to the point to still believe they were Hebrew Israelites, okay? But these other camps, which prove they don't really build up their congregation, because most people that leave Nate's camp or Hannah's camp, you notice they don't go out there and even try to teach anymore. Okay, they don't go out and push the word. What they would do, they would go out and they would everybody driving 4 cylinders, man. Everybody getting electric scooters and shit. You know, but anyway, a lot of times these guys, they go back in the world, they become Christian, you know, Muslim, or they just become straight up niggas in the world. Nor do they have the foundation to continue forth in this doctrine, man. Okay, because their leaders didn't build them. But through the spirit, you know, you can see when a guy's going to become a scoffer or a demon. You can kind of see it because he started throwing little shots here, throwing little shots there. Okay, and then before you know it, he gets to attacking the doctrine. This wrong, that's wrong, this wrong. Being in camps is wrong. It's always wrong. Same thing like when Nazariah and them left or got kicked out of the Chicago camp. Yeah, we're going to do the work. We're going to be fine forever. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to keep giving double honors. But see, after the little rebuke video came out against one of the elder brothers out there in Chicago, and the back and forth commenced. See, when they started disrespecting the dignitary, that's when the Lord fizzled out that oil. Okay, because it's one thing if you come back and forth with us and disrespect us, that's one thing, whatever. But when you go against the higher dignitaries of this truth and this faith, that's when the Lord really he puts you on a time frame. And as you know, over time, the Lord is you're leaking of oil. Okay, you're leaking the understanding. That's why they took away the 12 tribes chart. Okay, they was getting all lined up and stuff like that, you know. And then all of a sudden, there was no such thing as nuclear missiles. Missiles wasn't in the scriptures. The chariots wasn't the so-called UFOs. Okay, America wasn't Babylon and great. It was reduced to a 2-mile square foot radius of an island called the Vatican, which is a 2-mile city, literally from point A to point B. And it gets worse, man. So what I'm saying is, you know, you brothers out there that may have been excommunicated from the body, or you've been, you know, or you've been at odds with brothers, man. The key is to squash that shit, man. Okay, because you know, a lot of times when you hold on to bitter shit, you become ultimately the problem. Because you know, one dude said that Matthew 18 is not exercise in great millstone. Well, you got to understand things through the spirit too, man. You know, you got a lot of things going on in the camps. Brothers are coming from different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Certain protocols that you feel are not being followed. Okay, even if the say of Matthew 18:3 wasn't applied when it says go to your brother alone. A lot of times the brother do apply that, but sometimes it go in one ear out the next because the brother ain't gonna hear you. You know what I'm saying? And at times if you have an all with a brother and you said, you know, and some brothers, man, they just want to keep the peace. Some brothers sweep it behind them and don't even think about it no more. And then some brothers, you know, they give you a pass like, all right, bro, I ain't gonna trip on it. But it's in the back of their mind until it becomes an offense. And that's when you tell them, well, if you already told them, you already exercised that. Okay, so it's just like, I got to continue to keep telling you the same thing. If I told you once or twice already, I ain't got to keep going back and forth with you and telling you X, Y, and Z. I have to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? And he made a comment, said, well, that's not really applied in GMS. Well, probably in your case, you can feel that way. But even if that was not applied in that give you the justification to have a crazy, shiesty behavior because you felt that other men were off. Okay, even if they were off or whatever may happen, the scriptures go into suffering wrongfully, man. Okay, and on top of that, if that was the case, why would you let another man's actions dictate your bitterness, man? Okay, and this is something I have to tell myself too, because oftentimes we've grown up in a toxic society. This society is totally backwards, man. Like everything we've ever learned here in America has been just straight up wrong and folly and it's backwards, man. There's no truth here. There's no understanding. There's no love here. This is a wicked, cold place, man. Okay, and we've grown up with those type of ideologies, man. None being non-merciful. Why? Because it wasn't showed into us. We wasn't taught on how to be merciful, but unto our enemies, but to one another. We was always taught, man, you gotta cut another nigga's throat. Yeah, Esau gets a pass. See, that's indoctrination, okay? That's brainwashing. Okay, we've been brainwashed here in this society, okay? And a lot of Jake, they're cool with the fact that they've been brainwashed. That's why the scripture says renew your mind by the trend. Renew your mind with the washing of the word, man, and the understanding of this knowledge, man. Because this is the only cleaning way, okay? And yeah, coming to this truth, I'm gonna tell you, brother, straightforward. Coming to this truth, my life has been fucking hell, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna cap, man. All right? And that's that wisdom of Solomon too. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting emotional thinking about it, but since I came into this truth, my life has turned around for the worse, for the better, but my life has been straight hell. Okay, so at this point, like I said, if I do the testimony video, I don't give a fuck what nobody think of me at this point, bro. It's like, I done seen it. I done seen a lot of shit since I've been in this truth, man. Okay, things just out the blue happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like at this point, what else is it to lose? All right, because the Lord said shit. Why we just in the process? What's the whole purpose? You know, but I understand that's the whole thing of repentance. Hell, you see what I'm saying? When you read in the book of, you go into the book of Jonah, bro, and when Nineveh didn't go down, Jonah was very wroth, bro. He was very hurt by that when the Most High spared him. He said, well, 50 people repent, whatever. Would I not spare the city? Okay, he was pretty pissed off and bitter when Nineveh didn't go down when the Lord told him it was going to go down. He was very upset about that, man. Okay, if you read the prophets call holy fucking hell. So I don't feel bad for catching hell, all right? I don't feel bad for people looking at us like something that's offered us and that we in the wrong faith because our lives go to shit when we come in this truth. But if you understand the truth in this gospel, you will understand that, hey, Yahweh Shah says we bore the afflictions of the Lord. Remember, the Lord went through a bunch of bullshit in his life, man. Okay, and we going through bullshit too. That's why we rejoice in our infirmities, man, and we keep pushing. And the integral part of a man is if you continue to fight through all adversity, man. No matter what anybody think or say, the fact that you fight for something, and you got faith in something that's not even tangible at this time. It's very tangible, but it's not tangible to the world, so to speak. And you fight for that. That's why, man, brothers, man, you gotta squash all that bullshit, man. You know, you gotta squash that. Because going back to the point I made before I was going off the point, you know, bitterness sets in, and a lot of times people can dictate your emotions in this thing. You know, whether it be women, children, other brothers, man. Well, he did me wrong. Everybody pointing the fucking finger. Well, when are you gonna take accountability? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get jacked up by the Most High, I have to always examine, okay, that's why scripture says examine thyself. You always have to examine the whole matter, because you can be doing something you don't even know you're doing. Okay? And the Lord can be like, look, hey, bro, you know, you gotta really chill. You know, and then sometimes you just get afflicted because that's just a fucking lot. Okay? Just because you're getting jacked up a lot doesn't mean that you're always doing something wrong either. Doesn't, hey, the Lord lived a perfect life and he called holy hell. Okay? So, I mean, it's a balance to it. Okay, you got guys that get jacked up because they're just being wicked. You know what I'm saying? Teaching the wrong doctrine, stealing from brothers, mistreating brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just being a straight up nigga, bro. Yeah, you get jacked up from that. You know, like one guy we know, he was out for 6 months of another group because, you know, we've been warning him, hey, bro, you got to start calling on the name. He continued to buck up and scoff. So the Lord afflicted his ass with a, you know, the Lord was killing him, man, and then he brought him back. But, you know, men suffer for being wicked like that. Okay, not pushing the name, pushing blasphemy, you know, exalting yourself. Those things like that will get you fucked up with the Most High. But if you're doing straightforward, you're doing the work diligently, you're trying to put your best foot forward and you still catch hell, it's because the Lord is refining you, man. You know, that's why, brothers, man, y'all lead this thing, or if men get bitter, let them be fucking bitter, man. You just don't keep that in your heart. Because like Apostle Ramlab said, he said, look, squash that shit, because if not, it's a void. And the Most High have aught with that. Like the scriptures go into, if you go and bring a gift to the altar, okay, but you got aught in your heart or whatever reason, okay, you ain't even got to be best friends with the brothers. As long as y'all clear the air, everything is cool, there's no guile there. You may not like him as a person, that's fine. He may not like you as a person, that's even better. But overall, if y'all still respect each other's works and the fact that y'all doing the work and y'all in this thing and y'all fight for that same crime, I mean, at the point it's just like, okay, ain't no reason to be mad at you. Yeah, we fell out and we had some bad disagreements, but other than that shit, you doing the work. I ain't trying to air you out, you ain't trying to air me out. You know, everybody puts dirty laundry on the front street. You know, that's some bitch shit, man. You know, but he said if you bring an altar, a gift to the altar, and you have hatred in your brother, it's not going to be accepted. That's why the scriptures say leave the gift at the altar, okay? And then, you know, reconcile with him and then give your gift offering up. Because if you bitter about some shit and you got kicked out the group and you left because you didn't agree with a brother and you still bitter about that, then and you mad about that and you didn't come to terms with it, but even if you did squash it, but you still holding on to it, you really didn't squash it. And all your works that you're doing is clearly in vain right now. It's clearly in vain. And I'm gonna get to those precepts, brothers, man. I'm just, you know, the spirit. But you're doing the work clearly in vain, bro. Okay? Yeah, it may aggravate you, you know, when brothers leave or whatever and they're not being as diligent as they once were. But you know what, man? They gotta work out their own salvation, man. I call a brother like, hey, bro, you know, we gotta step it up still. But other than that, That's on them, man. As long as you clear your end of the bargain, there's nothing else to be said, man. You know, so ain't no point of throwing shade at brothers, man, and sowing fucking discord. You know, going to different camps and stuff like that. That's why you gotta watch out for a lot of these guys, man. Scriptures say that many men have crept in unawares, man. Be careful, bro, because hey, if you get one bad apple in there, that will contaminate your whole camp, man. That's why the Lord said, you ain't little leaven, leaven the whole lump. You gotta get that up out of there, man. When you got a piece of leaven in your bread, that whole lump becomes contaminated. That's why you gotta cut that shit off at the source, man. Like if you got a good group of brothers, man, and everybody is on one accord, and there's no bitter shit happening, bro, and everybody's in unison, that's a beautiful thing. Nobody can come in and sow discord. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can do that unless a man was already feeling some type of way in his heart. And then you're gonna have that. Because hey, Judas, hey, the Lord said, look, behold, I sent 12 of you, one of you was a devil. The whole time the Lord knew Judas was gonna betray him. The whole fucking time, man. Okay, Judas probably didn't know until the last second. Okay, same thing when Peter denied the Lord 3 times, man. Peter didn't know he was gonna do that shit. But when the cock crew, he did it. Peter, oh shit. But did the Lord have animosity towards Peter? No, he didn't. When he ran on him, did he hold bitterness? That was all set up through the Spirit, because if Peter didn't flee, then who was going to set up the church? So no, the Lord didn't have bitterness in his heart towards Peter, even though Peter denied him 3 times. What do you expect, man? I mean, the Lord has a heavy lot. I mean, come on, man. We have an understanding power. The Lord understands, man. Men get afraid. Men go through things in the flesh. The Lord understands this thing, man. You know, he could have said, Peter, man, you bitch, and then you should have bitched. Nah, he didn't even do that, bro, because he understood. The Lord knew it. But hey, all set up in the Spirit, man. Okay? So that's the whole point, man. You lead the group, or, you know, you were also brothers or whatever, man. Just squash that shit. Well, I mean, what could be the worst that happened? Did a brother sleep with your woman? You know what I'm saying? Did he take your money? Did he vandalize your shit? I mean, what? I mean, goddamn, yeah, we're brothers, man. But a lot of you cats, man, act like y'all fucking each other, man. Like, y'all act like y'all laying in bed with other brothers, man. Hold on to shit. You know, you hold a grudge against a damn woman. Not even that. Women hold grudges. And we hold grudges to against, you know, to a certain degree with people outside of the body. But even then, it's just like, shit. After a while, we're just like, whatever. Like, I got a billion reasons on why I'm mad at somebody right now. 1,000,001 fucking reasons, all justified why I'm mad at this particular individual. But I mean, what can I do about it? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, while you around brothers, man, squash that shit. Like I said, a lot of you act like y'all fucking each other, man. Straight up, like, get off that bitch shit. What could have been so bad that this man pissed you off that much? You know, like I said, if he fucking your woman, that's one thing. Is he stealing from you? Is he peeing in your bed? Is he fucking with your kids? Fucking with your money? If he ain't doing anything on that nature, then what the fuck is so bad about just letting shit go, man? You know, straight up. Unless y'all just, I don't know, man. And like I said, everybody's not gonna be like this. Trust me. I know this for a fact, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm close to a lot of brothers in this truth, but I got the ones I'm closer to and the ones I'm a little distant with. Just because I'm distant don't mean I hate them. We just don't vibe like that, you know what I'm saying? We just different personalities, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I have a very, very strong personality, man. So it's easy for brothers to look at me like, okay, shit, this guy's really, he don't really fuck with nobody. It's easy to get that, and I know this about myself, you know what I'm saying? I have a real tight countenance. A lot of brothers like, man, real stern. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on it. But I can easily see that a brother would think that I wouldn't want to be bothered with him because of, you know, how I'm just straightforward. I'm just a straight shooter. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold no punches, man. And I'm just one of those forward brothers, man. I'll tell you, spirit will hop on me. I'll tell you about yourself. I'll curse you out if I have to. You know? I mean, I have the tendency on making people feel real low if I really need to go there with them. I hope not to go there, but, you know, hey, it's just my spirit. And, you know, a lot of brothers can't handle that. So I have to balance it out. You know, there's a lot of things I be wanting to say to people, man. I just be chilling, man, you know. But overall, what I'm saying, man, don't let bitterness seep in, man, especially not in the brotherhood. You mad at your woman, that's between y'all. You be mad at a woman, all goddamn women give you reason to be mad at them. But even then, it's just like, you be bitter about that, because that's just common, you know, men and women. But at the same time, man, I mean, you can't let that really destroy you. You can't really let that dictate your actions on how you gonna move out here, man, you know. So I'm actually finna read these precepts And like I said, I got a hell of a testimony I want to share with the brother. I really want to share it on my other page because everybody will see it, but it's shut down for another week. But I'm not gonna hold on to it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the testimony video, Lord's will, when I get over everything, and I'll share it to the page once it opens back up. But I'm not gonna be uploading for KC Priest for quite some time because Esau's on some BS on that page. So anyway, Salakia, brothers, man. Here go the precept. Hebrews 12:15. It says, "Look diligently, lest any man fall out of grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby you may be defiled." Right? Bitterness, like I said, certain situations will cause men to become bitter and complacent. You got to be real careful about that. You know, especially when it's in his face. Men fizzle out. Like I said, prime example, those guys from ITR. What happened? They got bitter. They didn't let it go, and before you know it, they got offended in a doctrine, and they shot themselves in the foot. All right. And Proverbs 19:29, it says, "Judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the back of fools." Man, that's Prince of Yahweh 9, kind brother at the water. So yeah, man, brothers. Just to make a long story short, whatever y'all going through, man, y'all just get through it, man. You know what I'm saying? We too close at the end, and like the apostle said, that one brother you may have aught with, hey, if you see him in the wilderness during the time of Jacob's trouble, martial law, hey, that brother, you're gonna be so happy to see him because y'all gonna be together. And all that folly and madness goes out the window, man. Like, honestly, shit, if I see any brother in that day that's in the right spirit, I will rejoice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got to know the brother. If I just know he was doing the work and so forth like that, man, shit, bro, I'll just rejoice at it, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's hard for us, bro. It's real hard. We have a very peculiar life. Our lives are not normal compared to these people in the world. Shit happen to us that don't really happen to other people. I'm very convinced in that. And that's how I'll leave it at that. But anyway, brothers, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with that, shalom and a ball.